Before he died, my grandfather said that he had 10 billion at home. But you haven't told me where to hide it yet. So much so that I turned my house upside down. All I found was a gold-plated foot bath. Just when I thought Grandpa must have deceived me. Suddenly I found the 5 bottles I just threw into the basin. It turned into 10. At first I thought I was being blinded. Take out these 10 bottles and put another one in. A few seconds later, I watched the mineral water bottle turn into 2. I was so shocked that my jaw almost dropped. Now I finally understand. Where's the tens of billions of assets Grandpa mentioned? Where is the footbath in front of me? It's clearly a treasure trove. Just put one thing in, it will become 2. So I said nothing. Start throwing bottles in like crazy. Until an hour later, I ride a tricycle. I dragged hundreds of kilograms of bottles to the waste recycling station. Got the first pot of gold in life, 5,000. I am happily counting the 5,000 yuans. I finally figured it out. The unique thing about this wash basin is that put something in can become 2. If I threw bottles in there every day, that's a huge profit. How can I make as little as 200,000 a month? Suddenly I realized something. I am really stupid. Since this wash basin can copy everything, I also threw a hammer bottle. Why don't you just throw money in and be done with it? So I hurried back home on my tricycle. I threw the 5,000 into the wash basin. In a few seconds, the 5,000 just turned into 10,000. Then I threw another 10,000 yuans in. 10,000 becomes 20,000 and 20,000 becomes 40,000. In the end, it directly became 1.28 million. Looking at the money piled as high as a hill in front of me, my heart is blooming with joy. I will also be a rich man from now on. What ma huatang Bill Gates? I will buy all your companies. After that, I won't ride a 3-wheeler when I go out. Also experience what it feels like to take the subway. But when I took the money in my hand and looked carefully, but suddenly I found the copied money and the original money. Their numbers are exactly the same. Even though the money is real money. Under normal circumstances, each piece of money has its own unique number. If you deposit money with the same number into the bank, not only can I not become a rich man, and will be caught and sealed in the blade traces, looking at the more than 1 million that I worked hard to copy. Now it's turned into waste paper. My heart suddenly felt a pain in my heart. If you want to get rich, then you have to copy some specifications to match. Nothing to code. Then I suddenly thought of gold again. So I decided to buy some gold and try my hand at it. But the next second, there were violent knocks and shouts outside the door. Wanderer, please open the door for me and pay back the money. No, it's a black tiger. I was shocked. Black tiger is a bastard in society. A year ago I wanted to give my goddess a pineapple 18 mobile phone. Because there is no money on hand. So I went to Haihu to borrow 10,000 yuans. We had a good talk at the beginning, calculated based on 5 per mil interest. But when I am a month from now, when you take the money from your part-time job to pay back the money, but I was told that the interest is 5 per mil per day. And you have to pay a 30% handling fee. In 1 year, I was in debt of more than 100,000 yuans. In order to pay back the money, I was forced to drop out of school early and work. And today is the day of repayment. Looking through the peephole, there are 3 people standing behind Black Tiger. I know if I don't pay back the money today, it was inevitable that he would be beaten again. At this time, Black Tiger kicked the door open. Where's the stinky boy's money? If you don't pay back 200,000 yuans today, you won't be able to leave the house. Black Tiger. A few gangsters behind me also gathered around me. Brother Haihu, shouldn't I owe you 160,000? I said this with difficulty. 160,000 us today. There are 4 people here every day to ask you for money. 10,000 yuans per person for running errands is not excessive, right? I almost fainted when I heard this. Just when I wanted to beg him to repay the loan, Black Tiger suddenly stared blankly at the sofa in the living room. I saw that on the sofa, the cash I just copied is placed there. Black Tiger soon reacted. Didn't you could always say that you have no money? What is that? I just remembered. I just copied 1.28 million in cash. But the numbers on the money are all the same. Can't spend it. Thinking of this, I showed a charming expression. Haihu and my dad just sold the house. This money is money from selling the house. Looking at the money, Haihu suddenly became jealous. He suddenly changed his words and said yes. According to our contract, Today you are already 1 day overdue. Your 200,000 yuans is not enough. I still have to charge an extra 50,000 handling fees. Brother who? You are too polite to me. Why is 50,000 enough? You've taken good care of me this year. None of my relatives and friends would lend me money. Only you are willing to believe me. In addition to the principal, this money, I'll count it all as a thank you to you. Total 1.28 million. What do you think of our debt being cleared in full? What you said is true. Black Tiger looked at me. I thought that this person would be stunned by my slap in the face. Absolutely true. Black Tiger brother Jiangking is such a big place. How dare I fool? Black Tiger thought that this was indeed the case. So, he patted my shoulder cheerfully and said, I'm a wanderer. I saw it right. Your boy is a man who knows how to repay kindness. That's according to what you said. Brother, let me take the money and keep it for you. This is your IOU and our debt is cancelled. After saying that, Hai tore up the IOU in front of me. After hearing this, I sneered in my heart. I still don't need to borrow money from you. With this wash basin bank, I will have to follow my instructions from now on. Borrowing money from you, Black Tiger, almost ruined my family. Let me make you happy first, then when I get back to you, I won't take care of you. In the end, Black Tiger left happily with the money. But after the Black Fox left, I took the 5,000 yuans I got from selling mineral water bottles. Arrive at the gold store. This gold shop is very small and has only one sales. But fortunately they support gold recycling. However, when I entered, I was stopped by the salesperson at the front desk. What are you here for? This is not the place for you and you can't afford it. I was stunned for a moment. Open in broad daylight but not open for business. But when I see the waiter clearly, I suddenly realized that we really weren't enemies who never got together. I also know the waitress in front of me. Her name is Zhou Ying. He's my college classmate. She is also my best friend who is pursuing the goddess hard. She was the one who told the goddess at the beginning. I bought my mobile phone with a loan. After the goddess learned, she smashed the mobile phone I gave her on the spot. Those were my darkest years. 2 years after that, in order to repay the loan, I have been demolishing the east wall to pay for the west wall. The old house that my family finally sold, I haven't filled the hole yet. And this Zhou Ying, when the goddess smashed her phone, he even stepped up and stamped his feet. So when I saw Zhou Ying, I think back to those dark days. I also started to think about quitting the church. But then I thought about it, I even have a cornucopia. Still a coward. Thinking of this, I feel more confident. But Zhou Ying didn't give me a chance to speak. Just take me outside. Get out of here quickly. There's a big client coming to visit later. Don't let you lower the standard here. Zhou Ying just finished speaking. A middle-aged man walked out from behind. What happened to Zhao Zhou? Yang Daidong is the owner of this gold shop. He happened to come across this problem today just when he came to settle the account. Boss Yang, this beggar, refuses to leave. I will drive him away. The beggar Yang Daitong hummed and said. I don't speak either. Yes, that's right, it's the beggar Zhou Ying standing next to Yang Daitong. He used to be my classmate. No money, but face. I borrowed other people's money to buy an iPhone for my best friend. The result is not enough. People are making trouble at school, so they drop out and go pick up rags. She must have come here to steal our stuff. I didn't bother to refute when I heard about this activity. I have long seen through the treacherous world. Now, I feel angry when I see Zhou Ying's face. However, Yang Daitong is not as casual as Zhou Ying in looking at people. After all, he is an old Jianghu. Now that Kyoto has surveillance gold robbing shops, are they looking for death? I'm too lazy to answer Zhou Ying's words. He pointed at a piece of gold bar on the counter. Say I want to buy that. Listen to me and buy gold bars. Zhou Ying couldn't help but laugh at me again. He said you wanted to save face and suffer the consequences. You haven't learned enough lessons yet, have you? This is society, not school. Have you paid off the usurious loan? Then buy gold bars. This is not a pound of iron dollars. I was almost disturbed to death by Zhou Ying's voice. So he raised his eyebrows and asked boss Yang Daidong. Are you still doing business? Yang Daidong also felt that there was something wrong with Zhou Ying's attitude. It would be better if the other party really came to cause trouble. If you were a serious person who comes to buy gold bars. My own brand has been messed up. Thinking of this, Yang Daidong was about to speak. But Zhou Ying on the side said it first. Business is not for you. Seeing that we are old classmates, I want to save you from embarrassment. Get out of here when Zhou Ying does this to herself. Noble behavior when you feel confident. I took out a wad of money and put it on the counter. I asked for cash for this diner's gold bar. When cash hits the counter, Zhou Ying was stunned for a few seconds. Where did this fool get his money? Some days ago, didn't some of his classmates come across him picking up rags? But Yang Daidong breathed a sigh of relief. At first he thought, I'm a big secret customer. Can be seen. I took out the cash and calmed down completely. After all, who uses cash these days? At the same time, he gave Zhou Yinji a fierce look. Ask him to step aside. This is 999 pure gold, 408 per gram, a total of 4,080. We also support repurchase. Talking, Yang Daidong took out the gold bar for me. This financial product has no packaging. It's all paid in one hand and delivered in one hand. I'm happy to directly give 4,100 yuans to Yang Daidong. Pass through the money counting machine. After placing the order happily, I glanced at it accidentally. Zhou Yi stood silently beside him. Then we chatted with Yang Daidong again. Boss Yang, you just said that recycling is supported here, right? Yang Daidong was stunned for a moment and then nodded. He can't make much money from this kind of financial product. Just make a difference. So he didn't take me seriously. That's right, but the buyback price is 10 yuans less than the gold price on that day. Little brother, you can also go to the bank to recycle it. All of my things have certificates. I know Yang Daidong misunderstood me. So I shook my head and said, I don't want to sell this one. Instead, I was going to ask Boss Yang if he would accept gold. I have some goods in hand. In the eyes of Yang Daidong, a businessman, how many grams of gold you have and how much gold you have are two different concepts. So he quickly asked how many little brothers there were. It weighs several dozen kilograms. I wonder if Boss Yang can swallow it in one bite.